on, gang. Good afternoon. How are you? Hello. Welcome, and all that. My name is Alan Cox. Thanks for showing up. Say hi to Bill Squire, who's right over there.
Hey, creepy hugs, everyone. Thanks for listening to and watching this episode of the Alan Cox Show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a cold one with the boys. Just make sure there's only 11 of them on the field.
Did they have too many people on the field?
Twice.
After a time.
Oh, the Browns did? Really?
Yes.
How does that happen?
They were getting laughed at by the refs.
You just lose track? How do you...
Or they aren't sure who's supposed to be in where, and they get confused.
I see. Different guys that play the same position.
Yeah.
But if you're standing right next to a guy, wouldn't you go, hey, is one of us supposed to be standing over there with our helmet on our lap?
Right.
Hey, Mary Santora is right over there.
Hi, guys. No babies.
We're all here. Poundcake's back behind the glass.
Afternoon, white people.
Bringing stinky-ass food into my office.
Those chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders?
They look good.
I thought it was fish and chips.
What is he, no British man?
No, because he opened, as opposed to a 5-year-old who's eating chicken tenders.
Oh my gosh, adults eat chicken tenders.
I like chicken
Alan is
tenders.
just so like...
Adults, no, it's not like I never eat chicken tenders, but it's not like adult food. It's, you know.
Well, so what? It's lunch.
Listen, calm down. I'm not mad. All I'm saying is, when he opened, I was getting some things in the office, and when he opened it up, I thought it was fish and chips. Because those weren't tenders. They look like huge planks of meat.
Well,
That's what a tender is.
Downstairs, in the cafe, they like bread their own chicken breast.
Oh, it's
to
from
make
downstairs.
Tenders. Yeah, so it's
Oh, I
like
see.
legit, actually chicken that they bread and deep fry.
That's a
see.
piece of, like, a chicken tender is, like, underneath the breast.
Something like that.
There's like
yeah?
the chicken tender, yeah.
Wow, all right. Well, I assumed it was fish and chips. Because it stunk like fish. And the chips are fries.
Cody, what would a British pound cake sound like giving us some fish and chips reviews?
Yeah, he's... Wait, hold on. Don't, not yet. Hold on.
You need the right music.
Hi guys, would you like some fish and chips?
Wait, is he serving the fish and
don't
chips or
know.
ordering the fish? Oh, no, it's you ordering the fish and chips.
But I was offering them to my friends. Would you guys like some fish and chips?
We are your chaps.
My buddies, my pals, my guys.
Your mates.
I'll take some. What kind of dipping sauce do you have?
Honey mustard.
You think they do honey mustard over there? I have no idea. I
For
don't
fish
know.
and chips?
I don't know. Only time I ever had chicken in Ireland, it tasted like goat. Okay.
But again, this is fish and chips. So why would you want honey mustard with fish and chips?
People like weird stuff with, people, I'll never go down and give somebody a hard time for their dipping sauces, because who the hell knows?
And a side of spotted dick.
So you don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?
Pudding.
Huh?
Pudding.
But why would you want a side of that?
Putting
It's
it
a
where?
dessert.
For
pudding.
dessert.
For dessert. Oh, okay. Bread pudding? Uh-huh. Okay. Well, there you go. Spotted dick is what we start the show with today. Anyway, we're back today after the Thanksgiving holiday. Hope yours was fantastic. Happy Hanukkah for people who are celebrating that. That's underway, too. If you want to join us live, 216-578-1007. I always like reading the texts that come over during our sum of shows. 800-348-1007. If you want to join us live there, you can. 35192 if you want to send a text. AlanCoxShow.com, all the other stuff. Browns lose. Ohio State loses.
Dude, that Browns game was a disaster.
You
It was
were
a
saying that a
mess.
lot.
It was a mess.
I'm scrolling through my social media, Mary's Twitter. This game's a disaster. Mary's Instagram. This game is a disaster. You were really intent on letting people know that game was a disaster.
Because it was frustrating, and it was a mess on both sides. It was just like, can somebody get it together, please? It was wild.
When your defense gets 4 interceptions and you score 0 points off of those interceptions, you're having a bad game.
It's a good thing Terry the Goat didn't pick the Browns game.
Dude.
Who'd they play, the Ravens?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they weren't doing so hot either.
No, they were playing
He
like
had-
garbage, but like we
Yeah.
couldn't take advantage of it. And I mean, we looked just as bad against the Lions. We just happened to be the benefit factor of, like, we played a little bit better.
Yeah.
Barely beat the Lions.
We only had like
who are 0-10.
we only had 12 rushes or something like that. 12 rushing plays the entire game,
It's
which is like
ridiculous.
what we normally are. We're a running team. Baker was just a mess.
That I checked in on that game and I watched that game. Saturday, however, if you had been on my street, just on my street, right? You would have heard screaming and yelling and phones being dialed to other people. My wife went bananas at that
'cause she's a big Michigan
Ohio
fan.
State. Yes.
And they haven't won a game in almost 10 years. So when they finally won, and they were in control of that entire game.
Yes.
So it was a
she
pretty
was
fun day for a
calling
Michigan
her
fan.
dad. She's calling my brother, who's a huge U of M fan. She's calling I have to keep. My older kids were in town this weekend. My son goes to Michigan State, of course, and so he was not rooting for anyone. And I said, well, you got to root. You root for whoever you want, but you're not going to root for Ohio State. You would think you would root for Michigan. It's, I said if they're playing you guys, obviously,
But
you wouldn't. But yeah,
But
he was
Michigan
intractable.
Michigan State lost to Michigan, or beat Michigan earlier in the season.
Yes.
And then got destroyed by Ohio State. So you're like, how does this make any sense?
How does this make any sense at all? And even the Ann Arbor Fire Department was trolling Michigan State kids because they were like, look, we didn't get any reports of arsons, of couch fires, all the cars in Ann Arbor stayed on their wheels. Because after Michigan State won that game, my son was sending me video of kids turning cars over. I'm like, I don't get this. I don't understand the cars getting turned over and burning your own crap. But my wife was screaming and just yelling and cheering and blah,
Good
blah,
for
blah.
her.
And my daughter, who's sitting there throughout the game, was genuinely confused because she goes, well, Mom is a U of M fan. I root for Michigan State when appropriate because I just root for wherever my money goes. That's where my money goes.
Yeah.
But my in-laws, my wife's family, that's all a U of M legacy family. Right? She went to University of Indiana, but her whole family has gone to U of M, right? And my daughter is sitting there and she goes, well, that's Mom's team, but I'm the only one here born in Ohio.
Right.
So maybe I'm supposed to be an Ohio State fan, right? She's 5. She's trying to figure this out. And I go, whatever you want to do. I don't care.
She's cussing out Gwen. Keep that BS to yourself.
They got into it. Yeah, there were a couple of rebuffed high fives, if you will. Yeah, but Jesus, I mean, if you had been anywhere in the vicinity of my house, you would have heard my wife screaming and high-fiving and cheering and the whole thing. And, it was an exciting game. It was fun to watch. I didn't have any really skin in that game. But it was fun to watch,
Yeah.
So Ohio State loses.
It makes the rivalry a thing again because for so many years, it's 3,000 something days since Michigan last won a game against Ohio State. So now next year you go, oh, we actually have to worry about this.
There's a back and forth.
Yeah, which for a long time, because I'm not a huge college football fan. I'm going to be on the side of Ohio State, but I don't really get all that worked up about it.
But huge rivalry games are fun to watch.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
They're both 10-1, and
Yeah, I was watching it, and I was bummed out that Ohio State lost, but I was also like, it didn't ruin my day. I'm not.
Oh, well,
I'm not like one of these guys that gets on Twitter and goes and attacks all these teenagers that are playing in a game and being like, "You are a piece of crap. You ruined everything. You can't do anything right." It's like, you guys got other issues going on.
We that because my older kids were in town this weekend. That night of the game, we all went to dinner at this hibachi joint, and there were a lot of people in this place wearing Ohio State gear, and they were taking extra long tugs of that sake squirt. Boy, they were looking to kill some feelings. Saturday night.
I love me a hibachi.
Dude, hibachi
it's
is so
fantastic.
fun.
Yeah, you get home, you get the squirts right away, you get it over with. It's great.
Squirts.
Okay, I've got to take a break. If you want to get a text in for anything, 35192 for that. This week, 5:30, looking ahead to that, I will have flyaways for you and a pal to L.A. We're doing our Alter Ego Festival in just a few weeks, actually mid-January. So I think it might be your last chance to grab one of these trips. So be listening for that keyword around 5:30, and